Hello, Saber Junkies. I've got another hilt for you today, and this one is very nice. This was sent to me by Ike. Ike is one of my favorite customers. When it comes to comments and interactions with my social media, Ike is always there. And that is very much appreciated. Whenever somebody takes the effort to comment, to like things, and just show their support for my work, I find that very appreciative, and I like to give shout outs to people that do that. So I wanted to start off with that first, and now we're going to get to this hilt that he sent me. Now this particular hilt was made by Davinium Custom Sabers, and it's a Dragon V1. The battle damage that is done to this was done by Will himself at Davinium. So everything that you see here that is grooved and cut and all of that was done by him before he shipped this out to Austin over as Story Workshop, and Austin did the weathering on it. It's got some really nice depth to it. So when this come to me, it was empty, of course, and there was just a blank slate, so to speak, and no buttons, just holes there. And so I had to come up with a design for it. And so let's take a look at that. I want to just kind of show this a little bit more here, because it's a really cool hilt, and look at the size of it. It's like a perfect size. As soon as I took it out of the box, I thought, oh, this is going to be difficult, because it looked like, just because maybe the pommel is so large, that the handle seemed really small, so I didn't think it was going to fit a 28mm speaker. And I thought, well, I could put that in the pommel and make the speaker pod removable. But then I noticed that no, can't do that, because this is small right here. So you're looking at the outside diameter of this being about 30mm, inside being 25mm. So I like a pommel that has an inside diameter of at least 28.5, somewhere in there, and that way I can utilize that space, which gives me more length to the chassis, which gives me more space. And so whenever I popped that off, I was like, ah, shoot, and I didn't want to put in a 22mm speaker or 24 on this build if I could keep from it. And so I took out the calipers and started measuring, and this is the chassis that I come up with. It's similar to some that I've used before, and it's actually nice to be able to reuse, or at least draw from other designs that I've made. Even though I had to start from scratch on this, it's still, I was able to use certain aspects of builds that I've done before. So the top button is the power button, and the bottom here, and you can tell the top by the cuts here, the grooves that are here. I went ahead and made that the top, and that way you could see this and recognize it immediately as the top, so that when you take it apart, you'll be able to see what the top of the chassis is going to be. So on this, I've made quite a few with this brass grill on here, and I really like the way this looks. I like the fact that you get a lot of different animations from this, and we've got the Profi V3.9 here. There is a lot of different works, different products from across the spectrum here. I'm going to go through and just name a few things. So in this particular build, the PCB that I used is from Shadowfoil Props. That's the one inside of the turbine here. And then I've got some LED strips in here. These are the 5mm LED strips here, and on the side of this. The speaker here is a 3-watt 4-ohm speaker, which I consider one of the best speakers on the market from the Saber Armory. I've had just a lot of luck with these, and the way that they sound, I think, is very nice. And I buy these, you know, because Cal has these set up where you can buy 3, you know, and you basically get 1 free. So you buy 3 of them and you get 1. So, you know, most of the time I will buy, you know, 15, 20 speakers at a time, and that lasts me a long time. I just put in an order actually to several different parts guys, including Saberbay and the Saber Armory, just several different places that I get stuff from, and I ordered some more speakers, which will be in next week. Let's see, the battery is, I get these 18650 batteries from, I think it's Illum, my goodness, it's not on here. Either way, I guess I should have looked that up beforehand. But that's where I get them at, and I order them in like 20 at a time. So I've got enough up here to last me the rest of the year. And then the battery wrap right here is, now this is kind of tight too, Ike, when you get this. Yeah, you know, it's, see how much room there is right there between the LED, and that is, I try to make that cutout. You kind of have to roll it a little bit on top of your thumb to get that out of there. This is a 3120 milliamp with a 15 amp. It's, to me, it's the best one on the market. It's a keep power, so I don't know, you know, other people have other opinions, but I try to get the one that I think is one of the best. And then I put the wrap on it, and this wrap here is from Saberbay. So I have a bunch from, I have some from Saberbay, I have some from Saber Armory. It just depends on the look of the chassis and the hilt itself. And this one here I thought looked amazing on it. What else do we have here? We have the Shtok V4 inside there with the covers, and everybody knows how I feel about the covers. I love the covers.
My ally is the Force.
So I've got this set to, I programmed it at about volume 25 and then turned it down by about 5 notches.
Enter volume menu. Maximum volume. Volume menu end.
A little bit too much at 25, I think, but I like to give it that, you know, just in case. Once this handle is put on and everything, yeah, the volume that it's setting at right now is great.
Ancient integration. The battery level is 98%.
So, of course, you know, you can put different voices on this in the common folder, and of course, Wade Sabers font package that was made by Preston over at Syndicate Custom Relics. We've got animations going on up here, which is something I really like. So if you put a blade plug or anything like that in it, then you get those animations, which is nice to have while the blade is off. And let's see, this kill switch here that I really like, that these are the ones I ordered from Australia. So we've got this turbine here. Of course, like I said, this is brass, and different animations on it.
Dark Jedi.
I love the ability to program these to where you get things like that, because that's just cool, you know.
I'm Luke Skywalker.
So I'm gonna close this up real quick so we can see the sound. And yeah, the leather that I put on this, I thought was just a beautiful wrap with different shades here of leather. I think it looks amazing. I have not showed this to Ike. Ike's seeing this for the first time along with you guys. And let's pop a blade in here. So yeah, I think this thing turned out awesome. And I'm hoping that Ike will be very happy with it. I would call this a cram foo for definite sure. I would call this a cram foo times 2. I'm not really sure. No, I would call it a cram foo. Maybe not a cram foo times 2, but definitely a cram foo. There's a lot of wires in there. That was a lot of fun. And what I wound up doing is, instead of, I had debated, you know, quite a bit on doing the switches, and I wound up using plungers, and I think they look great. I think they feel really good.
Start.
The way they function, you get that clicky feeling, which is something that I really like. I like that feeling. And so is
I am Sith.
So, just as a last note, this is a SLS nylon chassis. Very strong material here. This was printed at Craftcloud, and they actually have so many, you know, locations. I don't really know exactly how the platform works. I know that they work with different companies, and when you put in your STL file, you pick the one basically that you want to use. This one here come out of a company out of Texas, and definitely if I can get, you know, things at a reasonable price, everything's went up, and you know, and I got a printer over here. I could print these things myself, and I could wind up, you know, saving $30, sometimes up to $50 on each build. But I go ahead and just eat that cost because I want the chassis to be really nice. I want it to be strong, and it's just a big part of it to me. So I've thought about getting a different printer. You know, a lot of people talk about the Bamboo Labs and stuff like that, and how much better a print you get out of them. I'm not really sure on strength wise or anything like that. I know that nylon is definitely stronger, and when you get like multi-jet fusion or the SLS, you know, it's P12 nylon, you're looking at really strong stuff. And the fact that it's really clean, you know, the cleanup work on these, I get them in and I paint them. I try to make, you know, as much detail as I can on them, make them look really nice. And yeah, it's one of those things that you know, it's not always about the money. If it was, I would just print these in PLA and do the cleanup on them and call it a day. But I like to get, you know, a better quality if possible. So that's it, guys. let me know what you think in the comments. You know, engage in the video. I get a lot of people that watch the videos across all the platforms, just not much engagement. A little bit is better than none, but you know, hey, it helps with the algorithm. If you engage in it, other people see it then, which I guess it's not really that big of a deal for me. I mean, I always enjoy showing off my work, and I enjoy showing off other people's work, like, you know, the work done here by Davinium and Will over at Davinium and Austin at Astoria Workshop. It's always nice to show off their work, and always awesome to show off my installs. So yeah, always engage if you can. Doesn't hurt. And I guess that's it. I will see you guys on the next one, and you guys take care of yourselves.